anybody's worst fear, one of them has to be stuck in the back of an ambulance van.
That's on the same floor as the merge. So, well, she knows where it is. She knows exactly.
I actually found a lot of peace and tranquility with the people there. There was musical instruments for us to play if we so decided to. And here I'm coloring, just zoning out basically to this really awesome music, and honestly this was very scary for me. Literally feel like a fish out of water here, and I was just trying my best to hold myself together. The man that was singing was actually a very, very nice and lovely person. He was giving everybody advice in the facility, like us patients, on if we were ever homeless, how to stay warm and how to stay off the streets while singing to help us feel lifted. I know this is really random, but that fridge was my life and savior. It held all the snacks, and snack time was the best time of the day, and I just counted down each hour as it went by. I was just so happy to get my slice of cheese. I never wanted to stay in the hospital, but my mental health has gotten so bad that my parents didn't even want to handle it anymore, and it ended up in family complications. I could talk all day about how everybody hates the police, but in the end, at least I didn't get shot. One of the biggest things that irritated me the most about my stay was that nobody really came to come see me, because nobody actually knew I was there, because my family disowned each other, so I got no uncle, no aunt or cousins worried that I'm there. I cried a lot, and I thought a lot about the friends that I couldn't see, but I made lots of new friends there, and we don't talk to each other anymore, but we helped each other feel safe, and we all felt like we were family there. It snowed, and there's such a lovely sight. I asked people to come and look at the snow with me, but nobody wanted to. And these moments, I just wish I had. I know I should have friends, but it's just so hard to connect to people. And this is all I want. I just want to experience life. And if something magical like this happens, I want someone to be there for it. This is the courtyard where all the patients go out to get fresh air and mostly just to smoke. And that's how I picked up smoking again, is I started bumming smokes off of patients. And just because I couldn't smoke weed, so I started, I don't know, it was a way to make myself feel better before bed. Hi, look, it's me. I'm a girl. I got long hair and bangs. After I was discharged from the hospital, I was on the not exactly on the streets, but I was staying in a women's shelter for, you know, women fleeing abuse. And my situation was very toxic. And, you know, you can't choose your family, but you can definitely choose your living situation. And I usually just walked out to this little corner along the sidewalk, and I had a puff of a cigarette, and I walked back in, and that's basically kind of what I did. And just this street, I walked down it and walked back, and I ended up starting up smoking my weed again, and I felt a lot happier except for this part. But you know, everything has to change. This is the water park I kind of grew up in. Um, well, being in the shelter, you could not drink, you could not do substances, you could not smoke marijuana, but you could smoke cigarettes. So, one of the coping mechanisms I had was just doing my makeup. Here's a frickin' horse. That's frickin' cool. I kept asking people if I could cut my hair, but everybody said no because they liked it. I didn't know what I was going to do for money, so I started creating art, and my plan was to get the shelter to print off a whole bunch of awesome copies of it so I can sit on the sidewalk and ask people if they wanted to buy it and raise up for my apartment that way. But it didn't really end up going that way, but I still had a lot of fun creating this self portrait of myself. And just the raw emotion that I was feeling was so powerful. I still felt lost. I still felt like nobody wanted to help me, like I was basically abandoned and left to rot on the sidewalk. So I pushed everyone away from me, and I said, If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die being me. I don't know why I do it. I don't know why I can't just accept the way things are. I don't know why I can't feel like I'm at home, because home doesn't feel like a place to me. Home feels like a person, and I can't go home. I want to go home, but I am home.